Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. It's me, I'm back. I know, crazy, it's been a while. I think the last one was the Beekeeper review, and to tell you the truth, I've tried recording some in between, and it's just not clicking. For some reason, I'll start fucking talking, and then I'll get like 10 minutes in, and then I'll be like, this is shitty, and then I'll turn it off, and then I'll just stop. I recorded a review for that Mean Girls movie that came out a few months ago. That fucking movie wasn't really good. But then in I felt like the review kind of turned out bad, so I just never posted it, and then I deleted it. So it's lost media now, guys. It doesn't exist. Um, but today I felt like I really have to buckle down and I have to do something. I have to talk. I have a bone to pick. I have names I gotta take because I just got back from watching Kung Fu Panda 4, and well, to get it out of the way, it fucking sucks. It sucks, guys. It's not good. Of course it's not good. Is anyone surprised? We should be, though, right? This is the thing. Because I'm not shocked at all, and yet I feel like I should be shocked. I feel like this should be, like, more of a surprise. I should be more mad than I am. And I guess I am kind of mad. It's taking a second to really click. I remember just feeling mostly apathy while watching it. And now that it's over, I'm like, no, that was bullshit. We need to... No, no, we're not. I'm not just gonna let that slide. No. We're gonna have a discussion. We're gonna have a real talk. This one's gonna get real. I don't know how long this one's gonna be, and I feel like you might look at the runtime and be like, "Holy fuck!" Because I feel like I actually might have a lot to say about this. I do. Not might. I do. First of all, let's give some context because context is important. Kung Fu Panda is a franchise that has existed for what, like fucking 20 years almost. 2008. Isn't that fucking terrifying to think about and scary? I watched that when I was, 6 years old. Holy shit. I was 6 years old when that movie came out, okay? And I fucking love that shit, man. I remember because I couldn't, for some reason, my parents wouldn't take me to see it in theaters. I don't remember why, but I wanted it I wanted to see it so fucking bad. We got the DVD the fucking first day the DVD came out. Because that's the thing about me, is I was a fucking... From an early age, I was a fucking nerd, dude. I was on the internet. I was searching up the DVD release dates for movies. And so, because I fucking knew, dude. I knew when movies were coming out on DVD so I could buy them. And Kung Fu Panda came out, and I begged my fucking mom, we have to buy it. She brought it home, and we watched it as a family. This is something that I think is a lost art these days. The art of watching a movie as a family, okay? And I'm really passionate about this. I genuinely feel very strongly that this is a tradition that needs to remain alive. The idea of a movie that can be enjoyed by your whole family equally, okay? And Kung Fu Panda is one of those fucking movies. It is a cool movie. Even if, whatever, it is mainly a kid's movie, sure, whatever, okay. Kids can watch it, but adults can get something out of it, it's not some fucking deep fucking masterpiece or whatever, but it's fucking good. It's actually funny. There's actual good jokes in it, and the drama feels real to the characters, even if you at home are like, they're not gonna fucking kill the panda. Sure, they're not gonna kill the panda, but you feel like the panda feels like it's gonna die, I like that. I like stakes. I like movies that actually feel like there's something that could actually happen in them, You know what I mean? And this is a franchise that I think has gone way off. Oh, wait, sorry, I'm jumping. I'm jumping ahead. Anyway, Kung Fu Panda 2 comes out, right? You think surely they can't top it, and then honestly, they kind of do almost. I think because 2 is really good. Again, I think I would still say I like the first one like just this much more, but like. It's close, and honestly, there is a huge contingent, is that the word, of people that believe that 2 is better than 1, and honestly, I'm inclined to not argue with them, because it basically is just as good, and it is arguably better. I can see that side of things. The fact that there's a movie called Kung Fu Panda 2, and it's actually good, is fucking insane, and DreamWorks is cool, and they used to make movies. We used to be a real country because DreamWorks used to make real movies. And then they made Kung Fu Panda 3, which just like isn't as good as the first two. I think like undeniably, when it first came out, people were really trying to people were really on that copium because they really thought it was like no, this is just as good. It's not. Let's be honest with ourselves here. 3 is the worst one. It goes 1, 2, 3 in terms of quality. It is a steady down. But 2 is like debatably about equal, but 3 is definitely like is worse for sure, for sure. We can't even. This isn't even an argument. I think the villain's worse. The Panda Village stuff is kind of dumb, and like it leans more kiddie than the other two. And I do think that it has a pacing issue, which does not get better in Kung Fu Panda 4, because yeah, let's do it. Let's talk about Kung Fu Panda 4. The pacing is bad. It's really poorly paced. The jokes aren't funny, and the action is not as good. It's like all of the things that make Kung Fu Panda good are worse now, and where are we? And that's the other thing, is I think I said earlier, to jump back like two minutes ago when I said that DreamWorks doesn't make good movies anymore. They do. I lied, because Puss in Boots 2 came out just a fucking year ago, and that was the best fucking movie I've ever seen in my life. So there's no excuses anymore. There's no excuses anymore. You can't do this anymore. You can't release fucking Puss in Boots 2 and then give me this. Because this is fucking crazy. This shouldn't happen. There needs to be a guy in a boardroom somewhere who pushes pause on this before we get to this point where I'm sitting in a theater and I have to watch that shit. Because this was fucking lame. This was a script that needed more time. They needed to develop this idea more, because it wasn't ready. It genuinely, this movie wasn't ready. Somebody somewhere said, we need Kung Fu Panda 4, have it ready by March. And here we are. And we exist in a world where they just like had to do it. Finish your script. Finish your movie, because it's not finished. It's like a bunch of ideas. Oh, sure. There's a fucking girl, Awkwafina is in it. That'll be something. People like Awkwafina, right? No, nobody likes her. Nobody likes her. I'm the one fucking person in the entire world who doesn't completely fucking hate Awkwafina. And guess what? She's lost her one fan. Because this movie sucks, and I can't even fight for her anymore. I can't even do it. Okay, you win. Lock me up, Awkwafina stands, if there's any left, because there's not after this. Because let's go. No, we're gonna take the detour for that for a second. The Farewell was like the first time I'd ever even fucking heard of this chick, and that movie was boring. But I watched it. I tried so hard to watch it and like it. And I was like, this movie's so fucking boring. But I finished it. I watched the whole thing. And I said, you know what? Whatever. But I like this girl. I think Awkwafina is pretty... I thought she was good in it. I'm like, you know what? Like, she has potential. And then that fucking Raya and the Last Dragon, shitty fucking piece of shit, awful movie comes out. And she sucks in it and is bad. And she plays this stupid fucking Elsa dragon that sucks. By the way, the most annoying character in any movie I've ever seen in my entire life. And even then, I said, no, like, but I don't blame her for that. That's just in the script, okay? There's this fucking shitty joke where she goes, she's a dragon in this fucking Disney movie. It's called Raya and the Last Dragon. If you've never seen it, it sucks really bad. You can watch it on Disney Plus if you hate yourself. And in this movie, there's a joke where she's a talking dragon, okay? And she's like mythical, like she's from like some magic alternate universe, and she's talking to the main character, and she says something like, oh man, this is just like when you have a group project and you're put into a group in school and then you have to do all the work. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're a fucking dragon from a magic fucking world. You don't know what that is, okay? You didn't go to school. You're a dragon. You didn't go to school. She didn't go to school, guys. And she talks about going to school, and it pissed me off, and I didn't like that movie, and it sucked, and for some reason, that part sticks out to me, okay? And that Awkwafina dragon was annoying, and she sucked. And then, I said, you know what? It's not her fault. Then I watched Shang-Chi, okay? And Shang-Chi, she was good in that movie, I thought. I think I'm the only person who feels that way. Everyone else seems to hate her in that. I thought she was good. I thought she was funny. I laughed when she said jokes in that movie. So I like her again. I'm like, okay, you know what? She's got me, okay? She's good, okay? We're good. Then I watched Migration a fucking month ago, and she fucking shits all over the sanctity of good movies again, because that movie sucked balls, and she was not good in it. She sucked in it. And I tried to like her still, and I said, no, I don't hate her. I wanted to be the guy, okay? Here's the thing about me, is I think ultimately I'm devil's advocate down to my fucking core. Because if everybody hates something, I want to find a reason to be the one guy who likes it. And no, Awkwafina, I can't fucking get behind it anymore, okay? You know what? You win. Everyone wins. She sucks. I think I'm repeating myself. I'm talking in circles. I'm talking in circles. bad movie. And she is part of the reason why Kung Fu Panda 4 is bad, because she's annoying and her character sucks and she's very poorly written and the performance is shitty. It sounds phoned in. I'm sorry to say. She's just fucking saying, and oh my god, I hate the fucking script though. That's the thing that gets me, is the script is really bad, cuz she just says a bunch of fucking buzzwords at you, and then she talks like with the fucking Gen Z slang. I see you, Po. Shut up. You're not real. You're not a person. It's not endearing. You're a fox in a movie. Stop it. I'm getting mad, okay? Because she sucks and I hate this character. And also, speaking of performances, Jack Black wasn't even very good in this. I know, to say that I think is like, there's gonna be a fucking warrant out for my arrest, I guess. But wow, he sucks in this movie. Not like sucks, but he is not, he's like, it does not feel like his heart is in it anymore. He kind of disappeared from the spotlight for a while there, and I was kind of like, oh, surely he'll be back when the world needs him most. And like, no, it just feels like he's coming back to fucking cash in on the fact that he's Jack Black and everybody still likes him. And like, you know what? I really don't want to be the fucking Jack Black hater, because I fucking love Jack Black. Every fucking thing he's in, I'm like, he's the best part of it. He's the best part of every single thing he's in, every fucking time. Even that fucking shitty Mario movie that came out last year that I fucking tore to shreds. I fucking hated that movie. He was the best part. Even I couldn't even deny the majesty of Jack Black, okay? And in this movie, Kung Fu Panda 4, he's not good, really. Like, I'm sorry. There's parts where I'm like, okay, like, it's coming through a little, but his charm just isn't there. And I think a lot of it is largely going to come down to the writing. This movie is very, very, very poorly written. I think it is extremely, extremely poorly paced. The pacing in this movie is genuinely like some of the worst I've seen in a while. It's just so fucking quick. Nothing has time to land or stick or feel. I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything watching it. It's just fucking boring, really, honestly. Like, you'd think a movie that moves this quick couldn't be boring, and yet it like kind of is. It feels like it feels so desperate for your attention that it's like embarrassing. It just keeps going, and they keep kind of throwing jokes, and none of them are funny. This is definitely the Shrek the Third of Kung Fu Panda movies, and I don't say that lightly. I do think Shrek the Third is... Honestly, I was about to say I think Shrek the Third is worse, and honestly, I don't even know if that's true. Because I watched Shrek the Third recently, like a few months ago, and you know me, you know how much I fucking hate Shrek the Third. I think there's a video somewhere on this channel of me just fucking, I was like super fucking stoned, and I'm just like, Shrek the Third fucking sucks, man. I fucking hate Shrek the Third. And like, looking back, I was too hard on Shrek the Third. Because at least that movie has good jokes in it. Let me put a little pin in that. Not a lot of good jokes, but there are good jokes. There are jokes that genuinely are funny, and there are ideas in there that kind of almost work. Maybe there's something. This is just kind of like it really feels made by committee. It really feels like we need Kung Fu Panda 4, so just fucking throw it out there. Shrek the Third is kind of the same, and I don't know, you could really go either way with that, like which one's worse, but if somebody said that Kung Fu Panda 4 is like their least favorite DreamWorks movie, I genuinely like wouldn't even be that offended by that. Like, I feel like and that's kind of the worst sign, you know, which it just means that I'm probably just going to sour on it over time. Like, there was really nothing about that grabbed me. I guess... Is it time to get into spoilers, I guess? I feel like I should just start talking about the plot of this because it sucks and you don't care. Do you care anymore? Did I successfully convince you that it doesn't matter? Because I'm just going to spoil the whole thing for you now. If you're still out there and you want to watch the movie, go ahead, I guess. I mean, fuck, it's there. But like, don't come crying. Don't come crying back to me when you discover that it does suck. Anyway, so the movie opens with Po being fucking, I don't know, fucking Panda, and he's fighting a stingray or something. I just remember being there, like, I saw it in the trailer. There's like a single shot of him just like fighting a stingray, and then the trailer, and I guess it just like whooshed over me, like whatever. But then when I'm watching the movie, I just remember being like, So they're really doing that, huh? He's just fighting a flying stingray. Like, okay, sure. That's Kung Fu Panda now, I guess. Okay. Anyway, he's fighting a giant stingray. And then he finishes that, and then Shifu's like, Po, you're having too much fun. You have to not be the Dragon Warrior anymore. It's time for you to pick a successor. And it's like, what? He doesn't even seem old, really. Like, what? How old is Po supposed to be, reasonably? In his 30s, maybe? And we're already at the point where he has to pick a successor? Oogway didn't even pick a successor until he was like 9,000 years old. And yet Po we're supposed to believe, is old enough at this point that it's time for him to really even start giving a shit about this at all. That's dumb. Anyway, but it's time. There's like a ceremony. He tries to pick somebody and he doesn't because, I don't know, it's a movie. And Aquafina shows up. Aquafina's in the movie now. Where do you think it's gonna go? Aquafina is the new character that's on the poster for the movie that you just bought a ticket for. And she's the new little character. And if you look on the poster, there's no other new characters on the entire poster other than like the villain, the obvious evil character, right? So in your head, right? This is a movie about Po trying to pick who the new Dragon Warrior is, and there is only one new character in the whole thing that it could possibly be. Who do you think it is? Take a guess, because you're right, because obviously you're right, and it's her, okay? Oh, big twist, it's her. At the end of the movie, he's like, you're the one I pick, you're the new Dragon Warrior. Stupid, she's a bad character, she's not funny, Po isn't funny, nobody's funny anymore. Nobody's funny anymore, except for Mr. Ping. And honestly, Mr. Ping it's hanging on by a thread, and you know it's bad when the best character in the whole thing is this close from being bad. Because wow, what a pointless addition to the movie to even have him in it. Mr. Ping and Poe's other dad, who's played by fucking Malcolm in the Middle dad himself, Bryan Cranston, Walter White, as he's known now. And those two are characters in the movie, and they fucking are bad in it. I'm sorry. Like, they're okay. I'm exaggerating, maybe. They're the best part of the movie. Isn't that sad? Because they suck, and they're still the best part. They show up every 10 minutes just to remind you that they're in the movie. And it's just, they're such pointless additions. It's just filler. It's complete filler. It's like, we have a 90-minute movie, we need to fill more time, cut away to them. And it's like, but for what? They add nothing. They actually don't do anything in the story. They serve no point. They follow Po on the adventure because they're trying to catch up to him. And then they catch up to him, and then the final fight happens and they don't help at all. It's like, so why were they in the movie? What was the point of that? Why are we cutting back to them every 10 minutes for no reason? For no purpose, really. That time could have been spent maybe, I don't know, developing this new character that's supposed to be the continuation. Okay, because surely the intention here is to make more, right? Because why else would you even introduce a character like this? This character is totally like a fucking Rey Skywalker kind of character, right? Like that the idea is we're gonna continue the brand. I think. I mean, I guess they didn't say, but that has to be what they're doing, right? They're gonna do a Kung Fu Panda 5 and they're gonna do 6. I've always heard that they were planning on doing 6 of them. We'll see if that materializes, because this one fucking sucks, and I wouldn't be shocked if the general audiences agree. I honestly hope they agree. I hope everyone just is like, okay, enough. But hey, I'll be there. If they make another one, I'll be there. But anyway, what was I fucking saying? Yeah, this stupid fucking Fox Aquafina character could have been developed more, but instead they spend all this time on fucking Po and his dad, or Po's two dads being fucking stupid and not that funny anymore. Diminishing returns, guys. They're not very funny anymore, but they tried, I guess. Sure. And then okay, what else is relevant? I think I was doing a plot in order thing, and now I'm just I lost the plot again. I don't know. They go on an event. There's a chameleon. There's an evil lizard. There's a chameleon character, and the chameleon can shapeshift into other characters, right? But she doesn't really know Kung Fu, So she needs to like open a gate to the spirit world and like take the kung fu power from characters in the spirit world so that she can use their kung fu power to fight better. And it's like, what? Like, I don't know. Okay, sure. And then it's revealed that Aquafina's secretly working with her. And then yeah, that was kind of interesting for like 2 minutes, and then they just ignore it completely, and then she's just good again. It's like, could there be a conflict? Maybe could there be like an internal conflict? Like there's supposed to be. There's supposed to be, but you don't feel it at all because you know exactly where it's going. Like, okay, like, and I'm not even one to care about predictability. Again, you're talking to the guy who loves Puss in Boots 2, which is pretty inarguably one of the most predictable movies that is good. Like, if you watch that movie, the first 10 minutes, you know exactly what's gonna happen, right? But like, there's a way to make predictable stories good. If you really genuinely feel the internal conflict that the character is feeling, okay. But a movie that feels like it's being played on fast forward like this, you don't get to really sit with the emotions, you know? They don't let it grab you. It doesn't grab you, and it didn't grab me at least. And she sucks. She's not a good character. And they really they want you to like her, and I just like don't. I just don't care. And oh man. And let me tell you about the shit that pisses me off too, like about the character stuff in this movie that annoys me. Is like they do this, there's this running bit in the movie where like, cuz they're in a different city, right? And they're there and nobody knows who Poe is. Like and nobody's even heard of the Dragon Warrior. They're in like a new city and there's like, Dragon Warrior who? And you're like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? In the original movies, it's like all of China knows all the kung fu masters. That's like a thing. They're famous. They're famous people. And in this movie, it's implied that like that's just like a regional thing. Like what? Like sure for the joke, like okay, but like it's not even that funny of a joke, and it just makes the previous movies feel less like grand. It's like, man, you really felt like all of China was in danger when Lord Shen took over, you know, and was gonna like destroy the whole fucking nation. And in this one, it just feels like nobody even really knew that was going on. Like what? You're telling me they don't know the guy who stopped Lord Shen? They don't know they don't know Tai Lung? Like what? And then there's one bit where they're like, oh, Master Shifu, we know him. What? It's stupid. It's dumb. Like okay, like whatever. Ha ha ha. It's funny because they don't know the characters, but this one guy they know. Like, but it's not. It makes the other characters feel less special and cool now. It's like, I don't know. I don't like that. You know. Then what's another thing that pissed me off? Oh yeah, let's really do it. Let's get into the big one. Where are the Furious Five? The Furious Five, you know, the Furious Five. Oh, you don't know? You don't remember them? The fucking other main characters? The like, other than Poe and Shifu, the other five, there are five fucking main characters, and they're all gone. They couldn't have just had like one of them? Where was you know, like you couldn't have got one? You couldn't have got one. That's what gets me. They're all not in it. And it's like, man, my thing about this is like, it's bullshit because I fundamentally don't understand what the line of thought was when doing this, because sure, it would be expensive to get them. They're all known actors, right? Fair. Okay, I get that. I understand that, right? Angelina Jolie doesn't come cheap. What is Lucy Liu doing? Realistically. Like, let's cut the shit. What is Lucy Liu doing that she won't come back for Kung Fu Panda 4? For like, surely not that expensive. Come on. You know? Jackie Chan and Angelina Jolie, like, okay, whatever. Even Seth Rogen, I could be like, you know what, maybe he actually would like be too expensive at this point. Lucy Liu? You couldn't get Lucy Liu? Really? What is she in? Shazam 2? The biggest fucking flop bomb of last year. You couldn't have got Lucy Liu? No offense to Lucy Liu, who we fucking love and adore and we stan. But like, you couldn't have got her? Couldn't have got Lucy Liu? Who else? Who else is on the team? No, I named all of them, right? Crane, David Cross. You could have got David. You could have got David Cross. You could have done it. And you know what? That would have been kind of funny if you just got those two. I wouldn't have even been mad. I think maybe I would have, but like it would have been like kind of funny because that would have been like a weird duo of characters to keep. Even look at me writing the movie better than them. Lucy Liu and David Cross, Crane and Viper are the only two who come back in this, and I wouldn't have complained. You know, you could have had a subplot and said that the other ones were out on missions, but I really hate the way that they do it. Poe, everyone's like, where's the Furious Five? And then Poe's like, they're all out on super secret missions. Then he explains all their missions, and he goes, but look, we have these cardboard cutouts of them, and there's just cardboard cutouts behind him of the Furious Five, and it's like, I know that that's supposed to be the joke, is that like, haha, they're not in the movie, but fuck you, why aren't they in the movie? That doesn't count. You know, and then they show up all right in the end credits, and they don't talk because of course they don't talk because the whole reason you didn't get him is because you didn't want to pay them to fucking come in, and if you're gonna pay him to come in, you might as well have him be in the movie. So there they are. They don't say a single word. They just show up and they start fucking doing shit. Okay, word, but they don't show up in the plot at all. Oh yeah, that's another one. But here's who they do get. They get Ian McShane to come back as Tai Lung. Okay, word, you could get him, but you couldn't get Angelina Jolie to be fucking Tyrus again? Like, that would be more important, I think, right? Right? Surely that would feel more important, but then they can't do the big, like, ooh, it genuinely feels like fucking No Way Home. Like, it feels like they're trying to do No Way Home for a bit. Like, right down to, like, putting the villains from the last movies in, like, cages and they're all next to each other. And it's like, oh my god, like, it's so fucking obvious what they're trying to do, and it doesn't work. Especially because they don't even bother getting the other two. They didn't get Gary Oldman to be fucking Lord Shen, and they didn't get J.K. Simmons to be Kai. Like, why? Like, what? You got Ian McShane, you didn't get the other two? It's like, oh, okay, so then what's even the point of doing the nostalgia villains come back thing if only one of them comes back? Like, you know? That feels like the whole reason they even went with the idea of the chameleon is so that they could do this bit, and it doesn't work because you didn't even get all of them to come back. So, sure, whatever. Kung Fu Panda 4. He comes back, Tai Lung comes back. There's one cool scene where he fights a bunch of guys. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then, yeah, back to being lame again. And then, I don't know, he watches Poe defeat the chameleon and he's all like, you know what? Oogway was right. You are the Dragon Warrior. And then he bows. I'm like, this is stupid. That's fucking bullshit. He would never fucking say that. He would never fucking say that. And even if... just a movie. I need to, for the record, you guys, I'm playing it up a little, okay? I'm not actually this mad at Kung Fu Panda 4, but it's a little real. It's a little bit real. I'm playing it up for the bit. I just want you to know that. I hope nobody's watching this and thinking I'm like seriously like on the verge of tears or something. Like, it's bullshit, but like I'm not, you know, it's whatever. But anyway, he wouldn't say that though. Like, for real though, he wouldn't say that. And I can kind of buy it. He's been dead for like 10 years. He's had time to reflect or something. Like, okay, sure. But that's bullshit. And also the fact that Lord Shen is in that crowd and he didn't say shit is bullshit. That fucking bird has a fucking mouth on him, bro. That bird would say some shit. And the fact that he doesn't makes it clear to me the whole time. It's very distracting that he doesn't talk because I'm like, why isn't he talking? He would have the most to say and he doesn't say anything. And he wouldn't bow at the end, and he bows. He bows, Kai bows, everyone fucking bows, and the chameleon's a lame character who's not very cool. She's like kind of cool, I guess, but she's easily the weakest villain in the entire franchise so far. Feels the least developed and the least interesting. And she has nothing particularly like distinct or memorable about her character that I like. Right? Tai Lung and Lord Shen, those are well-developed, interesting villains. Kai, he doesn't really have that part down so much, but his theme song is fucking cool with that stupid Imagine Dragons song. Like, yeah, it's kind of dumb, but it does sound fucking cool. Dun, 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 dun. He's got those fucking chains with the green jade thing, and he throws them like, and there's scenes that are memorable with him. Like, there's like, you know what I mean? He feels very threatening. The chameleon just doesn't feel very threatening to me. Like, I don't know. I'm watching it the whole time thinking villain of the week. Like, this feels very villain of the week. Kai does too in a way, but you see him fight. You know what I mean? Like, you see him beat the Furious Five. Like, fully in combat. Like, he fucking kicks their ass. So it's like, okay, word. Like, this guy is actually strong. He beats Oogway. He beats Oogway in the first 5 minutes of the fucking movie. You know Oogway is kind of holding back a little, right? Like, I feel like if Uguay, like, really... and also, the other thing was he already had Chi from the other... You know what I mean? Like, whatever. But he beats Uguay. So instantly you're like, okay, word. Like, this guy is actually strong. Like, he could actually fuck up Poe. And you genuinely feel the danger of him coming. The Chameleon, I'm like, you're not strong. Like, don't fuck around. You know? You don't know shit. You don't know shit about fuck. I've been talking for half an hour. Whew. So it's probably time to wrap this up. Final thoughts on Kung Fu Panda 4. It sucks. Was I hoping for better? Yeah. Did I go in actually expecting better? Yeah. I was hearing it was mid. I kept hearing it was mid, and I'm like, yeah, okay, guys, but come on, it's not that bad. And no, it is. It is that bad. It's just not very good. Again, the animation is like still kind of nice. Oh man, sorry. This is completely unrelated. There's this annoying joke that I'm really starting to get sick of, is like really cute character who's secretly really scary and angry and has like and says like and is really cute, but it says something that like a cute character normally wouldn't say. So there's like these little 3 bunny characters in the movie, and every time they show up, they're like cute, and then they go and they make the scary face, and then they go, violence is awesome, and you're like, ha 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 ha. It's funny because they're cute, and cute characters wouldn't say that. It's not funny. It's never been funny. I think it was funny like the first time that joke was ever used, and then never again. And for some reason, every fucking animated movie insists on doing this same fucking joke, and I hate it. I'm so sick of it. That fucking Mario movie with the Luma did that. Oh my god, I hated that fucking joke. Every time that happened, I wanted to fucking kill myself. Anyway, sorry. Final thoughts. I had to get that out there. I had to let that out. And this, yeah, Kung Fu Panda is above it. Okay, I think it feels embarrassing to say Kung Fu Panda is above it, but it is. Okay, that was what made these movies cool. Was it was called Kung Fu Panda, and they were actually good movies. And this one is not. Okay, it's the first one where you read the title and exactly what the lame movie you expect to get is exactly what you get. So that tells the whole story, doesn't it? It's the worst one in the franchise. Not even close, I think. Like it's in a league of its own for sure. Paced poorly. It's not funny, and it actually in some parts feels like it's like shitting on the thing that you liked before, which is kind of annoying. It doesn't go like that far. Like it does feel like it does have some kind of reverence for what came before, but like like not really. It doesn't really care. This is just this only exists to continue the brand. This exists to get kids to do what? I don't know. Are kids even gonna like this? It's just so nothing. Such a nothing movie. Again, I don't know what kids like these days. I don't give a fuck. You know, Migration was apparently a huge hit, so what the fuck do I know, right? Migration is whatever. Bye, everybody. I'll see you on the next one. I don't know if I'll do another one for a while. We'll see what even is coming out. There's nothing coming out that interests me lately, so whatever. We'll see. We'll see. Kung Fu Panda 4. Bye, everybody. Oh, Kung Fu Panda 4, 4 out of 10. There it is. Sure. Why not? Maybe even 3. I don't know. 3 or 4 out of 10, something like that. Bye, everybody. Kung Fu fucking Panda.